Throughout this chapter, we are going to make use of this particular game. How do we play it? All that details I'll be talking to you guys in time. But as of now, I need a screenshot of this. Okay. And let's discuss the first topic. Key point on points to lines. Okay. See, first, before we start off with angles, talking about angles, there are certain things that we need to discuss. That includes points, line segment, line, and ray. The four things that we need to understand. We're starting off with a point. So ideally, a point determines a precise location, but it has no length, breadth, or height. There's no size per se. I can't tell, okay, this dot is bigger and this dot is smaller. Ideally, again, ideally means the perfect scenario. In the perfect scenario, we don't have to talk about the thickness or the length or the breadth or whatever. There's no dimensions per se. It's just a dot. So generally we denote it or we write it as Z, P, T, A, B, C, D, whatever you want, but it has to be capital letter. And we read it as point Z, point P, point T. If you maintain this consistently, this discipline, it will be helpful. That's why we are discussing all of this. It has to be so. Now, this set of questions are for this particular figure. I'll give you guys a start off with the first question. Identify several distinct objects on the game screen. So let me do that. So I'll identify this. That is, oh yeah, the game has to do with the turtle. So this turtle has to reach this red color square, avoiding this black structure. So basically it can go something like this. Actually, it can't go like that. It can just move straight, turn, straight, turn. That's one possibility. Or this straight and this as well. Okay, guys. So turtle and the red goal, basically, let's call it as goal. And these are your obstacle and some random point on the screen. Say this point. For each object, mark key points. So let me mark it. So this is your goal. That's your turtle. That's your random point. And let me change the color. That's one of the obstacles. Label them. So next thing that we have to do is label them. So we have to, let's call this as A. We'll call this as B. We'll call this as C. And we can call this as D. So how do we read it? Point A, point B, point C, point D. Okay, guys. The next two question is something that you need to pause and think over. I've done the basics. I've introduced to you guys a scenario. Now we have to discuss the second and the third question. You can discuss with a person next to you, or you can discuss in your own head, have an argument. Okay. Observe whether the types of marks differ based on the object. Observe whether the types of marks means the points, do they differ? Do I have a different way that I'm representing point A and point D other than the color? Color is because of the background. Say point C and point A. Is there any difference? Right? Other than labeling, we can say that there's no much difference. So the answer is no difference. No difference. Does the object size, importance, or role influence the size of the mark? Again, the answer is no. So even the red goal has the same marking as the obstacle. Now let's move on to line segment. Line segment has to do with a shortest distance between two specific points. It has a definite length and two distinct endpoints. It's denoted using the capital letters of its two endpoints with a line over them. For example, AB and a line. This is a read as line segment AB or line segment ST. this is to do with your game. Let me take this. I think I have the screenshot already. Yeah. So please pause and have a look at the question. See if you are able to answer. Now, let's see this. Move the turtle forward and draw a line segment and label it. Okay, let me actually do that. So this, let me zoom in. What you have here is, you can instruct the turtle to move in a certain direction with this set of commands. Okay. Now, I just have to move it. Let me not think about where it has to go. I just want to move it. So I want to move it, say, forward. Say, I think 60 is good enough. Okay. So I moved it forward from here to here. So when I tell the language, see the language that I'm using. I'm talking about here to here. Is it a good thing? I'm telling here to here. It will not make sense, is it not? Because if I tell someone here to here, what should they understand? Either I have to show them that, oh, sorry, this I want. I have to show them, point out exactly where to where. If I can't point out, then what is the best way to talk about, movement or points and everything? By marking them. So if I use this language, let me show you. If I tell them from A to B, does that make more sense? It does, right? So this is line segment AB. Okay. So move the turtle forward and draw a line segment and label it. So this is line segment AB. Or if you guys want to change the name, anyways, I can't erase it now. So let's stick to AB. Rotate slightly and then move a longer distance than before and draw another line segment and label it. Okay. Let me do that again. So let me turn some left. Okay. So you guys can see that it turned a bit. Then I have to move a lot more. So let me move forward 120. I'm making it double. Right? Let us take a screenshot. So I'm going to put it on this because it's the same thing. Now I can change the label. So first I moved from, say, I'll use something else. I'll call it as D to E. Now rotate slightly and move a longer distance than before and draw another line segment and label it. So E and say T. So ET is the new line segment. Read both of the line segment out loud. So we have line segment DE and line segment ET. Okay. So this is how you guys have to practice using the interactive games that you guys have. And all of this, I hope you guys are also doing it. I hope the system is interesting enough for you guys. Now, line. So now you need to understand that this is line segment. Segment means part. Okay. So now we have a phrase called as just line. It's not line segment, just line. So what is the difference? The difference is that a line is found when a line segment is extended indefinitely. Indefinitely means, without any condition. There's no stop. No stop. In both the direction. It has no endpoints, right? Since it's going, it keeps going. There's no endpoints and no definite length. Because we don't know where it starts and where it ends, we can't measure it. And so we don't know we can't define the definite length. It's denoted with two capital letters representing points on the line with arrows on both ends above them. Something like this. Now line AB. Okay, let me rewrite that. AB. or sometimes by a single small letter, say L. Okay, so this is line AB, if not line, okay, in this case I've written it as M, line M. Okay guys, so let me explain what exactly we're talking about. Say I have this to be our line segment. This is our line segment. Okay, so traditionally what do? We label it as A, we label it as B, and so on and so forth. But a line would not start or end. It will keep going. It will be something like this. So this is your line and AB is your line segment. But here too you can label it as, this itself. Let me show one more example. That's your line. And I'll call this as MN. So this arrow has to be drawn. It indicates never ending. Okay, so that's the difference between a line and a line segment. Okay, let's move forward. Last one. So we had a scenario wherein we know both the endpoints, and we had a scenario wherein we don't know the endpoints. Now we're looking at the third scenario, third possibility, race. Okay, array. An idea. So the basic idea is that array is a portion of a line that starts at a specific point and extends endlessly in only one direction. It has one ending point, the starting point is there, and there's no definite length. Does it make sense? We know the starting point, right? But we don't know the ending point. So there's no definite length. We can't tell, okay, it's 10 centimeter. It can't be so. It's denoted by two capital letters, same as before. With the first letter is the starting point. It's always so. And the second letter is another point on the array with an arrow pointing right above them. So let me actually give an example. So let me do this itself. So this is an example of a array. So we can see that there is a starting point. There is no end point. So this is, say, D, okay, array D, and this is P. It's represented as DP. You can see the difference. Line segment is this. Line is this. This is a array representation. This you need to remember. We will use it, throughout, even in your degrees and so on and so forth. And let me mark the point. So DP, as simple as that. Right, guys? So just let me list out the difference. Okay, I think this will be helpful for you guys. Right? So these are the fundamentals to your angle. Very easy thing. Try to enjoy the entire topic with the help of the games as well. Okay, and also the question and answers.